Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to work on the topic place value through millions. This is the first topic for year 6, lesson 1. So if you see here, some keywords are written over here: digit, place value, period, standard form, word form, expanded form. And here an image is also given. So we need to understand some of these terms you already know, like what is a digit, place value. Maybe period is something which is a new for you. Here, how to write, what is the meaning of periods when we talk about the place values. So we will be discussing all of these things in detail. Here we have our first thing to discuss about the average. This is a fact. The average lead pencil can draw a line that is almost these many feet, which is about 35 miles long. Do you know the value of each digit in this number? So I am not saying this number because to say a number, we need to understand the concept of place value. If I know the value of each digit depending upon its place, I can easily read the number. So let's discuss what is a place value. So place value is a value which is given to the digit by its position in the number. For example, I take two simple numbers, 234, and another number is 432. Both of these numbers are made up of the same digits. One is 2, then 3 and 4. Here also we have 2, 3 and 4. But the value of each digit is different. If I talk about the value of this 4 here in this number and the value of 4 in this number, that is different. Why? Because of its position in the number. When I say this number 234 and I say what is the place value of 4 here, so we need to use our place values ones, tens and hundreds. Same if I need to answer the place values of each digit, the value of each digit in this number, we need to write ones, tens, hundreds. We need to use the concept of place values. So here we have 4 ones, which is just 4. 4 ones, basically that is same as 4. And in this question here, 400, like this number 432, here this 4 has a meaning of 400. So see, the digit is same 4 and 4, but the value of these digits in these two different numbers depends upon their position or their place in the number. Okay, so that is why this is called place value, and these place values, based on the place, the digit has a different value. If I talk about 3, in the second question, in this 3 is at the second place, which is the tens place, and it has a value of 30, not just 3, it is 3 tens, which is 30. And here also 3 has the same value, 30, because in both the numbers 3 is at the tens position. Then if I talk about 2 here, here 2 is at the 100 place, so its value will be 200, not just 2, not just 20, but 200. And in this second number, this 2 is at one's place, so its value is just a 2. So that is the concept of place values. And place values are used to read the numbers, even to write the numbers, compare the numbers, even in rounding also. So that is why to understand the place value is very important. Sometimes in exams you will see the questions like write the place value of 3. So some students will just write down it like 3 only, like, or 3 it is at tens place. No, you have to write the answer as 3 tens if the option is given, or you just need to write 30 because this is the value. You will not write like 3 is at tens place. No, if you need to find the value of the digit 3, you have to say it as 30. You will not say it is at tens place. You have to say the answer is 30 because they are asking you the value of the digit, not at which place it is. Clear? Now we have the next part. Here we are going to work on small concepts like what is a digit, although you all know, but it's good to go over these small concepts. So what is a digit? Sometimes the students, they find it difficult to understand what is a digit and what is a number. In mathematics, we have these 10 digits which are from 0 to 9. These 0 to 9, they are also called numbers as well as digits, because when we start counting from 0, so initially we have these digits we call like 0, 1, 2, and so on up to 9. So at that point they behave like numbers. And then if I write another number after 9, which is 10, it is made up of two digits which are 0 and 1. If I write a number 23, so this number is again made up of the two digits which are available here, 2 and 3. So any number in maths is made up of the digits which are given here from 0 to 9. Okay. Then the next concept is place value chart. This is a place value chart which is used to write a number, to read a number. If you have a very big number and you want to read it, you can draw a place value chart, put the digits at the respective place, and start reading it. Now, when you read, a very important concept is to be used, and that is known as the period. In English, when we say period, we have to put a stop, like a full stop. But in maths, when we say period in the context of place value, it is like a comma. So when we write a number, a group of digits we take, three digits group we take. Every three digits group, it will be separated by a comma. So like here we have this number which was given in this first image as well, and we had to read it. So what we are doing it now here, we have taken this number and we wrote it like ones, tens, hundreds, and then again I am writing ones, tens, hundreds. This might be something new for all of you, so please focus. What I am saying, we have a group of three digits. In each case, first group of three digits, then second group of three digits. Whenever you have the group of digits, and if you can make it like group of three digits separated by another group of three digits, we separate them through a comma. And these group of three digits is like separated by what is this group called? It's a period. Okay, we separate two periods with the help of comma. What is a period? Group of three digits. This is the first period, which we call as ones. Then second period is of thousands, and if we continue, next we get the millions period. So here, because our number is covered up to thousands only, how do I read this number now? If let's say you don't have this one, so it is just 800, that's all. And if you say, let's say you don't have this one, so how will you read this number? 184. Every period has ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay, so here also we have 184, so this is 184. But now this is the second period, so when we say 184, after that we have to say this word thousand. 184 thousands, you have to write it also in the word form. 184 thousands, and then we have 800, 800. So this way I will write the number. Please make sure you write this also in the word form like 184. 184. So if you understand this concept of periods, you can read the numbers very easily. You can write the numbers very easily. Period is a group of three digits. Every three digits group is called a period. You have to separate each period using a comma, and every period consists of ones, tens, and hundreds, and the first period name is ones, second period name is thousands, and it goes on. Now let's go to our next point. Now next is standard form. When we write the numbers, we have different ways of writing the numbers. One is a standard way, then we have word form, and then we have the expanded form as well. Now here what is happening? Standard form is just when we write the number like normal way. For example, in mathematical form, we can say it like number form also. For example, I write this. So this is a standard form. When we do operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, even we deal with fractions. So we write the numbers in a standard form. Then word form is I will write the number name. So I will say 24. And to write the number, sometimes I can take help of place value so that I can read it and I can write it properly. Then we have expanded form. This 24 is a number name, and this is also known as word form. Next comes expanded form, where we expand it. So 24 can be written as 20 plus 4. Basically, expanded form we learn in like year 1, 2, 3 more, and this concept is more used for our mental maths when we have to add. For example, if it is given like 40 plus 32, so what I will do, I will write it like 40, and this 32 I will expand it 30 plus 2. Then I will add 40 and 30 because it just have tens only. So I will add them, which is 70, and then two ones are there, so 72. So the expanded form is used mainly for like the mental math and for the understanding of the numbers. We have different ways to write the numbers, so this is one of the form. Now let's go to our next task. For example, I have given here one number. So it's written write 105,026 in standard form and in expanded form. Now the number is 105,026. So what I will do, because the number is in thousands, so we will use the periods ones, tens and hundreds. This is the first period ones. Then we have the thousands period, which is again have hundreds, hundreds, tens and ones. Here there will be a comma, it's very clear. 105. So 105. So 5 is here, no tens is given, so it is 0. 105,026. No hundreds here, so 26. This is our way to write the number in the standard form. And which form of the number is given? Word form. Then expanded form. Expanded form is we have this 100,000 place, so I will write that only first. So 100,000. Then I don't have any 10,000 number. Then I have a digit at the 1,000 place, so this is 5,000. Then I don't have at any digit at 100 place in ones period, but then I have two tens, which is 20 plus 6. So this is the expanded form. This was all like a recap of whatever we have done so far, but I guess some of the things will be surely new for you. Maybe periods or the place value chart, where's the comma required and all those. Now, we all know up to thousands how to read the numbers, how to write the numbers. We also know standard form, expanded form, periods, everything. Now let's come to the million. And question is, how big is 1 million? We have like tens, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and then this is million. But how big is it as compared to these numbers given over here? So I will show you one clip, and I want you to understand it, and then I will ask some questions. So let's go here. So our question is again, how big is 1 million? And I will be using this number here and this square box. Let's see what is it. Please watch it carefully. 100,000, 200,000, and continue. Now, if you see how many numbers are here, this is 100,000. We can visualize it in our mind, like how to read it. So this is 100,000. another 100,000, and so on. So how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In maths, 10 is a very important number. Now let's continue. So here we have seen there are 10 100,000s. Now see what happens. So basically what happened here? We had 10 100,000. So if I write it like this, 10 100,000s, we had 10 100,000s, and that is equal to this number. Now, what is this number? This is 1 million. So that means if I am taking 10 of the 100,000s, or if I have 100,000 and I take 10 times of it, what is it gonna give me? 1 million. How? Because I am gonna write here, we have ones, tens, hundred. This is the ones period. Then I have the thousands period. And here again I have hundreds, tens and ones. And then the next one is the millions period. Here again we have ones, tens and hundreds. We had 10 100,000. See, up to 900,000 I can write. Like I can, each of the digit here, each of the name can occupy maximum up to 9 value. If it is more than 9, so it is like 10. So this will become 0 here, and that 1 will go to the next house. So it will be 1 here, and it will generate this number 1 million. It's only 1 million because this is at one's place. So we understand the relation between 100,000 and 1 million, and we also know how many 100,000s we need to take in order to move to 1 million. Sometimes these kind of questions are also in GLs, like okay, we have given a number, it is 10 times, 1/10 time, or how many times of the other number, and that I will be covering in our next videos. So now the next one is place value through millions. Here we have given one graph, and it's written baseball is one of the America's favorite sports. The graph shows how many fans attended the games for the three teams. Here are three teams given: New York Yankees, Los Angeles Dodgers, and Cleveland Indians. So these are the teams given, and here we have the attendance, and here is the graph is about baseball game attendance. So the attendance numbers are in millions, it is already given. Let's say if this last line is not given, how can I understand without even reading it properly or without saying the number fully that it is in millions? Because if you see, there are two commas and there are three periods mentioned here, and every period has a non-zero digit. So this is the ones period, thousands period, and this is the millions period. And then we can read each of these numbers very easily. So here is a place value chart where we have the millions as well. If we look here, we have this number. Let's say we are taking the Los Angeles Dodgers and we are trying to read this number. So in the first period, we have only zeros. In the second, we have 480, and then in the last millions period, we have 3. So we will start reading our number from here. It's 3 millions. This number is 480. This is thousands. So thousands. 3 millions 480,000. That's all. So how we will write it in the word form? 3 millions. Then we have 480. So 480,000. That's all. This will be the way to write the number in the word format. Now, sometimes we can have the numbers even bigger than that. Millions we can have because tens also, and there is a hundred place also. So we will read all of those kind of numbers as well. Here is a question. this is like a fact. The human eye blinks an average of this many times a year. Write this number in three ways. First of all, this number is already given us in a standard form. When you have to write in word form, so we have to use the place value chart. It is in here is a million place. So this is 5,500,000. And then expanded form, it is 5 millions plus 500,000. So this was a new fact. Then we have this next question. United States citizens own 135,700,000 cars. Write this number in standard form and expanded form. So already I have given this place value chart. I will use it. So we have million, and how many millions are there? 135. So 135 millions. Then I will put a comma because this one period is going to end here, the million period. Then we have 700,000 cars. 700. So this is 700 and then 1,000 cars. This last period will be 000 and we have just 700,000. So this is a way to write. Then we have to write it in the expanded form also. How to write in expanded form? We can write it 100 million and then plus 30 millions and then we have 5 millions. After that we have 700,000. Make sure you put the commas properly. Okay, so this is the way to write the expanded form. Now let's go to the next part here. In the next question here, what do we have? The sun and earth are shown here. The distance from earth to sun is given these many miles. Write the number in word form and expanded form. The amount of time that US astronauts have spent in space is about these many minutes. Is this number read as 13,057,804? And explain. Now what I want you to try this question and come up with answers in the comment box. Okay, so this is a question for you. Now, as we understand the concept of millions, how to read the numbers in millions, even in 100 millions or 20, 10 millions, like that way. Next part is compare the whole numbers. So when you have to compare the whole numbers, the most important thing is we use place values, and you have to make sure you start writing the numbers from the ones place. In the first period, ones place. So here the first period, ones place, these numbers are given. So what you need to do, this is written here, before comparing the numbers, always line up the ones place. This is super important thing. You cannot start comparing from the left side. You have to start writing the numbers from the ones period. So we have the first number 3. So first if I read it, it is 1,253,913. And second number is 509. I will write it in this way. 836. And then we have 1 million again. When you have to compare, first you have to write the numbers starting from the ones value in the ones period and then compare the largest place value digits. If they are same, go for the comparison to the next digit. So here we have 200,000, here we have 800,000. So we can easily say that this one is more popular because this is the question about. The table shows two most popular names in US. Which name is more popular? So the second one is more popular. What are the two things you need to keep in your mind? The first thing is you have to start writing the numbers from the ones period, ones place, and keep writing as long as the number is. And after that, the highest place value you need to start compare. Now, next question is given over here. We have given here top online languages. We have Chinese, English, Japanese, Spanish. Which language is used most on the internet? So first of all, we have to write all the numbers from the ones place because they are aligned already. So we need not to think about that much. Most used means that should be the maximum. So we have to start comparing from the highest place value. But if you see, the first number is, first read it, 105,736,236. Second number is 286,642,757. Each three digits group you have to read as a normal number in hundreds. Then Japanese is 66,763,838. And the last one is Spanish, which is 55,887,063. If you look at the last two, there is no 100 millions given, so we can just put a zero. Now, which language is most used? So we have to start comparison from the highest place value, which is the 100 million place. And then this English is the one which is having 200 millions. So this is the most popular language or most used language on internet. And which language is used less on internet, Japanese or Spanish? They both do not have the 100 million, but they have the 10 million digit place. So one is 60 and one is 50. So 6 is greater. So we will say Japanese is more used as compared to Spanish. So always remember, if you have to compare all of these four, because the some digits were missing over here, the 100 million, so you can put always a zero. Do not do the mistake of writing this 6 on the 100 million place like this. And that is why I said you have to start writing from the ones place values all the time. So what we learn in this lesson, we learned about the basic information like what is the meaning of digits, place value, period, standard form, word form, and expanded form. Then we learned about how big a million is and how to read the numbers in millions. I want you all to tell me, if you take 10,000 these cards, how many 10,000 cards do you need to get 1 million card? So this is one of the exercise for all of you to understand how big is 1 million as compared to 10,000. Is it 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, or whatever is the relation between them? Okay, so that is the practical activity you all can do. And in the next lesson, we will be working on the rounding concept. So we will be focusing more on some practice on the rounding of whole numbers to tens, to hundreds, to millions, like that way. Thank you.